Happy TikTok Tuesday. This is my brother Ed Williams. He writes and performs all of these songs. So, welcome. It was a great trip. I left sometime in May. It's June. Yay! Retirement, that's what it is. Today we're working on a treasure box, and I'm just going to wait for a few minutes to get people in, because I told everybody 11:45 and it's only 11:40. So, but let me tell you what's happening. We're having a drawing, and it's for subscribers only. So it's for also TikTok and the Facebook subscriber groups. TikTok, I'm Melody Gleason Art. There is no numbers behind that, by the way, just Melody Gleason Art. And on Facebook, I'm Cape Charles Art. So either one of those subscription groups will get you in. And if you happen to subscribe to both, because some do, thank you very much, you guys, for supporting me like that. Anyway, if you do that, then there's 2 tickets, of course. So, and what you're going to get, if you happen to win, is the hand-painted mushroom ring holder. It's called Enchanted. And if you want to make these, they're very simple. You can take 2 of the same shape ring holders, molds, pour 1. I like clear or almost clear for my punk. I call it the smallest one is the one you pour. Then you design it, and if you don't want to paint on it, then just tattoo it or something. Very cool. Then take that one once it's cured and drop it into the next size up. Put some epoxy in it, drop it in there, then finish covering it up. And then when it cures, you've got your beautifully hand-painted but fully epoxied ring holder. Isn't that cool? It's such a cool way to do it. Now, you can see that the difference between the first little ring holder and the bigger one. So I just put some, what are they, dried flowers in it? Because it worked. So, anyway, that's the giveaway for July. So, if you're going to subscribe, now's a good time. I'm just saying. Here's a winter one I did. I was just having fun with. Same technique. Isn't it neat? You can put even rhinestones. This one has rhinestones. I can't turn it. Little cabin. So they're fun. And like I said, if you don't want to paint on it, you can always use those little kid tattoos, and it looks very cool. I've done everything. I put everything in there. So, that's that. Alright, so what we've been doing, hi guys. Welcome. Thank you, husband. Aww. Thanks so much. Alright, so if you've already subscribed, you are already in the drawing. Thank you and good luck. Alright, so today I've been working on this treasure box. It's being painted with Unicorn Spit, of course, and I'm just going around doing whatever I feel like. And no, I don't know what it is, but we're getting there. This is very blank on this side, so I'm not done with it yet. But I really want to get into the inside, and I want to make it kind of like this one. This is yellowed a lot, so the resin, so you know, I keep it because I love it. Anyway, I want to make it like a fairy house. See what I'm saying? This is fairy rosewater. Isn't that fun? So yeah, that's what I want to do. I can never do, and I, you know, never say never, whatever. I don't do something twice. Well, first time is always the bomb. So if you're like that, don't worry. You can do something similar, and then when it starts veering off, just follow it. Let the art just lead you. That's what I'm going to do. My mind says fairy house and my brush may say something else, and I'm here for that. So, but just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and thank you, Sherry, my sis, and also moderator, artist. She understands Unicorn Spit and my process. So, thank you. My hand's all floppy. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna try that. Now, Sherry, this sister here, she suggested one time to paint a window where you can see through it. So, I don't know if it was for the fairy house or not, but I'm thinking that's a good place to start since we're just starting. If it doesn't work out, I can just cover it and make a wall and a curtain, which might turn into a waterfall. And it'll be awesome. Alright, so the first thing on the box is, if you don't want to ruin what you've already got, I suggest, and you do you, these little bowl covers. They're like a little lightweight shower cap. So all of your beautiful artwork does not have to get ruined while you're working on the inside. Just a suggestion. And the way I like to do it is pull it tight on the front, like that, and then go ahead and fold it back. Roll it and fold it. Sometimes it flips back over and stuff, but this works out best. Oh, except I ripped it. So other than that, it works out best. All right, beautiful. Now, the second thing is, and I just made a video of it, I haven't got it posted. Welcome, Pam, Mickey, Renee, Sherry, thank you for welcoming everyone. I just start rattling, y'all, hang in there. It never changes. But see these little glue things that are made while they're making this box? Those can be a real issue if you don't know them and start painting over them, especially like with a Unicorn Spit or an alcohol ink or something like that. It wants to kind of push it off. It doesn't want to let it adhere to it. So when I see that now, I use gesso. Now they have white gesso, they also have a clear gesso. So that's cool. And so it doesn't really matter. But that way, whatever you paint with, whatever you use, it's going to hang on like it's got teeth. Just saying. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use some clear gesso, because I don't care if it shows through. My stuff's abstract, and it shouldn't show through anyway. But I want to kind of see what I'm doing, and I might be using the Unicorn Spit straight in there while it's wet. Kind of a wet on wet technique. Nod to Bob Ross there. Alright, let's see. I also want to try and remember which way is the front of my box, right? The treasure box. Which way does it open? Because I have painted them upside down many times. So there we are. It goes like this. This is the front. Gesso, mostly in the corners, because that's my main concern right now. And I'm going to get a brush that's kind of bulky and pointed. One of my mama's old brushes. And I'm just going to push that into the corners. And alright, so there we go. Let me set this aside again. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use some of this Taurus Right Fast. I shake them all up if you're using your Unicorn Spits. Welcome. This and that. Hey, I've been running. How about you? How are you? Yeah, driving all over the countryside. And it's been wonderful, and I can't wait to go again. I'm telling you, this summer is going to be going a lot. All right, so here is your Taurus. I don't have to use very much, so, but you're not going to be able to see much. Okay, so now I want to get a brush, and I'm getting it damp. And I'm going to get it into my Taurus. And I'm going to go ahead and go down the edges. I'm telling you, it is an amazing color. I want it to get really down in there. Go ahead and wet that wood down first and let those pores open up and then put it on. So we went and looked in North Carolina and in Tennessee and looked at tiny homes and cabins. And so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna do the off-grid living, not really off-grid, we're gonna get spoiled off-grid living, glamping. But yeah, we want a little tiny cabin to start with. Can't wait. Cannot wait. You know, they look, have you ever gone to see them? It just reminds me of being a little girl again and having a dollhouse, except you can actually walk into it. I mean, except more it's like Hobbit house. Not real frilly, you know, because it's cabin. So it's, and then we have the handles and stuff that are like the real wood bulky Hobbit drawers. I love it. It's all like Amish built. It's really well built. So it's just so neat. The first thing you notice when you walk in is the smell of pine and wood. And it was beautiful. I didn't want to leave. That was in Tennessee at the Hilltop Structures. Shout out to Hilltop Structures. Y'all rocked. Very sweet. Been doing it for a while. So, okay, so there's the green. This Orion is like a black gold, which to me is more brown. So, and it's, you know, really like coppery looking. Welcome on your break. Aw, V, House of Fashion, welcome. Thank you so much. Y'all, I hope you're following each other. There are great people here. But I had my gesso in. It may be a little overkill. I don't care. It's wet and it holds a lot of water, so I think I'll do that again. Now I gotta remember I put my gesso down. I don't want to saturate like I would if there wasn't gesso. But anyway, so there's the green Taurus and my Orion mixed together, and it's gonna be muddy. Yes. More Orion and Taurus. If I want it to look like wood with tint, then just water it down a lot. But if you want it more painty, then just add more spit. I don't know, circle, square, rectangle, whatever it is. For right now, I'm trying. Because you know that's what I do. I love those, don't you? Those vignette looking. Okay, but then I keep, you know, covering it up more and more, so, all right, leave it alone there. I'll hit this back wall. Now when I'm doing this, I'm watching, honestly, to see if anything else pops up. Like, this to me already kind of looks like scenery. It could be a mountain or something, but it could also just not. So I don't want to go so fast over the top of my brush and my treasure box that you miss it, right? More vignette. And this is going to be the little house up here. It's very cool. All right, so this is the front of my box. You can tell because it's got a little latch thing. So right there, it still looks pretty stark, the difference between the dark and the light. Okay. Happy TikTok Tuesday part 2. The outside is predominantly blues with the green Taurus, and so I put the Taurus inside for now, but I want to begin to add the blues in, kind of incorporate them so it looks like it's the same treasure box. So that's what I want. I've got a little bit of Oceanus, and my Capricorn is the one that has the copper flash. And next to it maybe. We shall see. I don't know. These are new to me colors. These, not the Capricorn, but the Oceanus, that light blue. I'm going to get some of this Zeus and put that right there. And put it here for now, because I don't know where anything's going to be in the long run. Maybe I'll draw it kind of like this same thing. Curtains. And curtains. Now I have a window of some sort over here. And some sort of railing. This, I'm sure, is not going to be the same. But at least it'll give me an idea of where I'm going with it. This is a railing, a walkway. So it's going to have little rails. Let's see, stairs over this way maybe. Let's make them grand. Kind of an idea anyway what I'm doing here. I have no idea. Alright, so here is the rug on the floor. And there'll be a little table. Of course, it has to have little chairs. An idea of where I want everything. Back here there's a little hutch. That's probably got a vase and flowers on it. Let's see what else. There's going to be a chandelier. It's going to have several lights. Alright, so that's a good start. Let me show you what I've got. You guys are like, what? No, but really, at least I have an idea of, you know, it's not the same, but it's, you know, going to be kind of like that. Hey, bestie, what's up? Yeah. I did a whole hour of gesso. Nothing else. How are you? Nice to see you. I've been running around the countryside. What about you? Alright, I'm going to dip my brush into this Capricorn and Oceanus for some reason. And I think I'm going to use it for curtains. These are my curtains. I'm going to dip some white in that as well. So I've got 3 colors. Just blocking it in. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. Thank goodness. I like just using some colors in my brush one time and then other colors in my brush the next stroke, so that it's just a variety. It kind of lends itself towards a curtainy look that way, in my mind anyway. I'll be going back over these. I can tell you that right now. All right, let's give us a walkway or a bridge or something. Right now I have goalposts if you're into football. I guess they'd have to be a little taller. Let's do the rug. I'm going to use some gold for a second on these stairs. And this is the Zeus. So I'm going to color up this wall in this dark blue behind it. Figure if the curtains are blue, then maybe the wall is something kind of blue. And I'm going to use a little bit of that green Taurus in that shade underneath the stairwell. Darken that up a little bit. It may not be dark enough. How about some browns on the wall underneath? That may be too dark. I'm telling you, it just goes back and forth, back and forth. It'll be all right. If it's too dark, I'll put some white on it or take it off with water. Just when it kind of like getting it to where it's starting to set it back a little bit. Separate the stairs from the wall. And get some white on my brush. Come down that curtain a little bit. Going back underneath that walkway. I'm going to use a little brown right up underneath that walkway. Oh, I didn't put my music back on. I wonder I'm so quiet in here. Can you hear the TV? I can barely hear it. Let's see if we start with the wild stuff or the mellow stuff. Peanut, thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Oh, bye Randall. Thank you for popping in. You're getting by. Oh, that doesn't sound that great. Get by better. Miss Mary Mac, welcome. So this is where we're at right now. I know it looks very amateurish. That's okay. This is where we're trying to go, something like that. And it doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be something like that. Right now I'm in the designing stage. I really like this pool, you know, this little fairy grotto pool. And I like the way it works. So I'm still considering doing something like that, but this one, this box is much deeper than that. So yeah, still might look nice. I'm totally off center on that table. So, and very, let me show you. See if it bugs you like it just bugged me. Okay, see the off-center table? That's cool. I don't have a problem with that, but my stairs are over here too. So now everything feels a little lopsided, right? So something beautiful is going to have to be over here, right? Which is fine, because that may be like we're going to see out a different window or something. Who knows? And I don't know why there are curtains hanging there. Maybe they're towers and pillars. I'm going to keep going and see what happens. This is my brother, Ed Williams. He writes and performs all these songs. Thank you, Ed. Alright, so we've got some blues and some darkness right here. And I like it. I'm going to run my blue over the top of this rail as well. So it's just not all white. And I think I'll go ahead and pull down on the rails while I'm at it. I mean, it is a fairy, you know, house, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so this looks like I need to stop this and turn it into a floor. So I'm going to use some Orion and push my curtain back up a little bit. And what I mean by that is I'm going to take back some floor space and not let it come so far forward. Right. Get my brush real wet and just mush into that and drag it down onto my floor. Under my little rug. A little more water maybe. Now at least the curtain is back behind the table instead of being off to the side of it, in my mind. All right. And darken this back wall with what is left on my brush. And since I have a chandelier here, and I'm painting in unicorn spit, rather than painting it and then trying to lighten it up, I think I'm just gonna leave the spot where that light will eventually glow. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's gonna work. So I'm gonna try and leave it kind of light behind that chandelier area. And then I can go back in with some Zeus, some golds or whatever. Just tapping on that back wall. It kind of makes it modeled, like, remember those photos at the backdrops as a kid when you walked in to get your school pictures taken, and it was either that sepia tone gold with the blotchy brown, or you got the blue with the blotchy whatever. That, just by tapping on the back of the brush with a damp brush, back of the box with a damp brush, in splotches will give you that look. And it really works for walls, I have to say. To me anyway. You do you. I think I'll use some gold, just because I love it. That is Zeus. And I just love the shine of it. Oh my goodness, especially over this Taurus. That's what it is. It's that combination. Oh, okay, let's put some white. Brighten it up a little bit as it comes closer to us. And decide what we're gonna do with that. I don't know yet. Alrighty. Those blues, that just doesn't work. But it might if I added some brown and stuff around it. If they were printed like little paisley patterns, maybe. I just dipped my brush and Orion just made polka dots all over my curtains. It wasn't a good idea. Just so you know, not recommended. Blending the top of that out. A little brown. And more water. I'm kind of liking it. It's really dark. I can see that. Just in case you didn't know, I noticed. It is. Some white. Just more white. I keep going back and forth over these curtains. You know, one of these days, one stroke is going to be all it takes. It's not happening right now, and that's all right. But I know that's what happens with my art. The way I paint and my process, it's like I realize I don't have to stress over it. If you're like that, maybe this will help you. If you're trying to work on something and it's not working, go away. Step away. Because the next time you come back, it'll probably just fall right together. Just go off into another section of that same painting and go play on something else. You know, it helps me to do that. So that's all I'm saying. You do you, of course. Everybody is different, and that's what I just absolutely love about painting and artists. This is some very dark blue, I think. Capricorn. I think I want a half-rounded staircase, but I'm not sure, so I'm just keep playing with it. And I think I might go for a little bit of this Aphrodite. On my rug as well. I mean, it's messy, but I can see where we're going with it, so I'm kind of digging it. This is the problem with my own decorating. I don't have a color theory bone in my body. Interesting for an artist, huh? I don't know. Wow, I've got a big wide table all of a sudden. It's pretty tall too. I think I can fix it. May end up to be taller chairs, who knows? Just playing. It's kind of cute in a messy way. Get some chairs. I'm just using the Orion for my chairs for now. And I think the white legs might be cute. I might change that later. And my pedestal table is off center. It's all right. It definitely needs a, floral or something, but it's coming along. It's a good start. We could put vases on the table, lights in the chandelier, the whole thing. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna stop here and go get some lunch. And then I'll go ahead and just hit record when I'm working on this. So I will save you guys some clips so you can see how it progresses if you're interested. All right, thanks for hanging out with me again today on my double whammy. I put Jamie, hi. Oh gosh, I didn't even see you. I haven't even looked. I'm so sorry. Hi, Amanda. And hi, Jamie. So good to see you guys. Yeah, so there's a new drawing in case you you weren't aware, and it's for subscribers. So it's for the enchanted ring holder. So you can unsubscribe anytime after that, just so you know. Alright, you guys, I love you. I hope you're having a beautiful week, and it just gets better from here. Okay? See ya!